guys, what's up? It's Marissa and I'm back for another booktube video, and yes, I am doing another book review because I'm sassy, alright? Don't come for me. Everybody says that, but don't come for me, seriously. Okay, so today we are going to do a twofer, and I'll show you the books and explain why I'm doing a twofer. So these are Practical Magic and The Rules of Magic, both by Alice Hoffman. So, I know Practical Magic is an older book. It came out in like 95 or something. I never read it. I think I saw the movie once upon a time, thought it was pretty good, can't really remember it. Now I know why. And then Alice Hoffman, The Rules of Magic. This one, especially lately, has really been making its rounds on BookTube because it was a Reese Witherspoon Book of the Month or something, who knows, however many months ago. So anyway, people have been picking this one up and reading it and raving about it. And I gotta tell you, I decided that because The Rules of Magic is a prequel to Practical Magic, so I decided that when I was reading them, I was going to read The Rules of Magic first and then pick up Practical Magic. So I basically read them back to back within 2 days of each other, or one whole book one day and the next book, whole book the next day. So I read through The Rules of Magic and I gave it 4 stars because it had a lot of magic in there, it had a lot of explanations, it had a lot of good relationships. I just think one of the main problems with the book is that it takes a very long time period, and I'm talking decades, and slams it into a 300 and something page book. It's really hard to get the pacing and the detail and telling a story when you're literally taking like 3 generations and sticking them into 300 pages. I mean, I thought the book was decent, but I don't really feel like I know the characters that well. I actually ended up hating one of the main characters. So Aunt Frances ends up reminding me of Elphaba from Wicked, because she's kind of a bitch. She's a bitch and a witch. But I didn't like her. I mean, she does some nice things occasionally for her sister and her family and yada yada yada, but I just ended up not liking her at all. I put the book down and I'm like, God, I hate her. So then I picked the second book up, Practical Magic, and I still hate her. I actually hate her even more. Now, I will say that the ants are not very present in the second book, and I think that's why she wrote the first book, or why she wrote the prequel afterwards, because you really didn't feel like you got to know the ants very well, because they're just not very present, because it's about a whole new set of sisters. And so in this book, there's like no magic, despite the fact that the book is called Practical Magic. And I don't understand that. There's more magic in this than there is in this. I don't know. I'm so torn because I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads, and now I'm really thinking that I want to give it 2. You know what? I think I will. I'm going to go change my Goodreads because I'm going to give it 2 because I'm fed up with this. And you know what? I think I might just change this to a 3 because, yeah, I just didn't enjoy it that much. So I just think that this second book was kind of terrible. And in the first book, you are following these 3 siblings. You are following Franny, you're following Jet, and you're following Vincent? Yes, Vincent. I couldn't remember his name there for a second. So basically it is their story from the time they were kids, and they find out that they have magic from their aunt who they go and spend a summer with, and then you're basically seeing like the rest of their lives. And, you know, Vincent ends up in trouble and ends up having to disappear, and so at times it was very sweet, and it was very, like, you know, life lesson-y, and then at other times it's like, why in the hell is she writing that? So yeah, I'm gonna change that to a 3 stars because I was just left very unsatisfied by it, even though people have been raving about this book. You know, this is my opinion, sorry. And so in Practical Magic, you are following, so it's like these great aunts with their third cousins or whatever. Basically, they're having to take care of them because their mom died and their dad died, and it, like, at times you can see a little bit of the magic, I guess. But it's more like kitchen magic, where it's like herbs and potions and home remedies and stuff. And it's like the girls go through this whole book not really believing in magic. And by the way, the whole premise of this one was that the Owens family, who you're following, is cursed so that anybody they fall in love with will die. This whole book is about that. Guess what? Not a single freaking mention in this book about this curse. Not a one. So, like, what was the point in writing this if this isn't going to really follow it? I mean, give me a friggin' break. And there was stuff that was written into this book that this book doesn't follow. So why would you write the prequel that's not going to actually match up with the story that you're laying out in here? Because, and this is not a spoiler. I'll give you, this is just a for instance here. I know I'm ranting, sorry. This video is going to be kind of long. So in this book, the two third cousin sisters, whatever, to the aunts, keep hearing these stories about, and stories from the aunts, about how their only true loves were trying to prove their love, and they were struck by lightning and died. No mention of the curse, no mention of why, that just those were the only boys that they ever loved. Which is not the story that was written in here. Not even friggin' close. The aunts back the story up in here saying that yes, those were the only two boys we ever loved. And then in this book, Alice Hoffman decided to write in that both of the girls and the guy had true loves that died that didn't have anything to do with those two boys who got struck by lightning. The boys who got struck by lightning story is in here. But they were like just daredevils that these girls had met one time. They didn't give a crap about them. And they died because they were being stupid. Because there's this one place in town where the lightning always strikes at a certain day and certain times, and they decided they were going to go run through it to prove their love, and they died. How is that? That's not the curse. That's boys being stupid. This video is getting so friggin' ranty. I am so sorry. Okay, maybe not so sorry, but yeah, if you like cheesy crap, you want to read these, friggin' go for it. I mean, seriously. But I cannot get rid of these fast enough because I was so disappointed. If I had just read this, it would have been alright. I still would have been confused why there's no magic in here. If I'd have just read this, I'd have been alright. But I don't understand. I just don't understand. Okay, anyway, so you know how I feel now. I'm changing my review to 2 stars for this one and 3 stars for this one, just because I'm so disgusted with them, and now that I'm sitting here talking about it, it just makes it even worse. So anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. I hope you have a great evening. Bye bye.